Millionaire Kathy Wood tells us the secret on how to invest £1,000 or $1,000. You need to watch this.
If you had $1,000 to invest and you had to invest it somewhere, where would you be investing it?
Well,
And how would you be like the general philosophy towards wealth creation at such a stage? If you had $1,000, how would you be thinking about creating wealth for yourself?
a couple of things. Averaging into
ETF.
either an
Don't say it.
ETF,
What's an ETF?
ETF, exchange traded fund. So it treats a group of stocks like one stock. So ARKK it's 36 stocks, but you can buy them by purchasing ARKK.
And you can do that on your mobile phone by
You
downloading
can do it on your mobile
a
phone.
bunch of different apps that allow you to just buy that one ETF, which means you own 35 stocks.
Yes. And
And your team are basically choosing what those 35 stocks are
yes,
based on your research.
right. And ARKK are our highest conviction stocks, and they offer an exposure to all of the innovation platforms that we've talked about. Whereas ARKI here in Europe is focused primarily on artificial intelligence and robotics, because we think that convergence is going to be pretty explosive. What you don't get there, and you do get in ARKK, we also have in another very focused fund, ARKG, which is really healthcare applications of AI, and other healthcare names that we think are going to be pretty transformative in the new world as regulators really understand how important AI is going to become to discovery, research, trials, development, to diagnostic tests, and to curing disease.
Another question popped up, which is about Ethereum and these other cryptocurrencies.
Yes.
Do you invest in any of these others?
Yes, we have, in our public funds, we've put them, I don't think we can own them here in the UK yet, but in the US, we have them in some of our funds, both of them. They're key to the financial services revolution. So to get people to understand and feel comfortable with that, we don't call it the crypto revolution. It's the digital assets revolution, and it's simply the finternet, the financial internet. Okay, so we do.
And do you believe, are you more bullish on the price potential of Bitcoin than Ethereum?
Good question.
Yes, we think Bitcoin is the biggest idea. It serves the three revolutions. Global monetary system, they do not. New asset class, they are part of a new asset class, but Bitcoin's going to be the biggest. And new technology, it's the most secure blockchain technology out there.
What about all these others, Solana and all these other?
So Ether and Solana, so the big three are the big
Bitcoin,
three.
ETH, Solana.
And we think they'll all be successful, all three of them. Bitcoin the most. We're very interested in stable coins, but that's just like cash. And there are millions of crypto assets out there. We think most of them die.
Is there any way to invest in stablecoins? Like, how do you invest in the
So
stablecoin
indirectly, right now, it is through Coinbase. They have a deal with Circle. Any revenue that Circle generates, its stablecoin is USDC.
Yeah.
Any revenue, they split 50-50 in U.S. Circle itself has announced that it is going public, and so we're looking forward to that.
And what's the sort of psychology or mentality one has to adopt to be a good investor?
Depends what you've bought. If you buy a strategy like ours, which would be in the aggressive growth strategy, put it in, averaging in over time, just like with Bitcoin, as I mentioned earlier, averaging in over time.
What does averaging in mean?
Averaging in means, buy a little every month, so maybe every payday. I think one of my daughters was buying Bitcoin every week, but not a Bitcoin. She couldn't do that. A Satoshi, so. And close your eyes. This is a long-term investment. If we're right, according to our analysis. Now, this is our research, our analysis. No promises. We can't do that. But according to our research, the technologies around which we have centered our research and which have focused our investments, we believe will go up more than tenfold in the next 5 to 10 years.
In the next 5 to 10 years. So the easier way is just think long term and put your money in an investment and just forget about it. Obviously, it's not financial advice, just like she just said, but you're better off doing that because swing trading here and then, it can get very difficult and long. Listen to someone who's been swing trading for a minute. I mean, sometimes you just can't be bothered. You just want to put your money and just forget about it. Automate investing and you'll find it's going to reward you a bit more because it's not at the forefront of your mind. You're not super concerned about, oh, it's dipped, I'm losing money, I'm in the red, oh, I'm in the green again, yay, I'm losing money. You just buy it at whatever price it is, and then the average will take place. So you'll be averaging in, essentially. You average down, you'll find like a steady number because you're investing every single month, every single payday, like she just said. So maybe look into buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Solana. I've got all four, and the main one being Tesla.
And that's how much explosive growth we have ahead of us as these technologies converge and create incredible opportunities for investors. And, you know, I'm hearing a lot of people, as they get into investing, of course, they have their day jobs. But once they have accrued enough, you know, they're making choices about dialing down their day jobs and spending more time investing. You asked, what are some of the jobs of the future going to be? I think individual investors are going to be providing for themselves if they are investing on the right side of change.
So if you're right, that means that by investing in your fund, I would make 1,000% return, roughly.
Yes, no promises, but this is all based on research, and you can find it in our Big Ideas. Big Ideas 2025 is on our website, ark-invest.com. And you can find a lot more information about our funds on ark-funds.com.
And I should probably say this is not investing advice.
It is not. And I want to make sure. Do your own research.
You can lose all of your money.
Yes.
You can lose all of it if you decide to do any of these things.
But that's why we put ARK-Invest separate from the fund site, because that's just research. Learn what you're investing in, or learn why we've invested the way we have.
Yeah,
you know,
that's very interesting.
That's what we do all day long.
She's basically saying learn why a woman who's managing $30 billion in assets has decided to do these certain things. This is why. Here's my research. Now make your own decision. Because I can't legally tell you, do this. It's your money. You do whatever you wish with it. But here's why we've done it. You might want to listen. You might not. You might say we don't really know much, even though we've got $13 billion, under management.
We try and help. Well, first of all, we're doing the research. We are making the investments. But I think one of the most important things we do is communicate what we're doing and why we're doing it.
What do you think of Trump, tariffs, everything that's going on in America at the moment? What's, for the average person, should they be concerned? Are you bullish? Do you think Trump's got it right?
If you look at what happened to the equity market when Trump was elected.
The stock market.
Yes, the stock market. It went crazy to the upside, as did our strategy. And why? The promise was deregulation, and that, I think, is underestimated, how important it is, because we're strangling in regulation. It's just, this is not our DNA. We got to get out from under this. Lower taxes, lower interest rates is what he wants, of course, and lower tariffs. What he didn't tell us was exactly how he was going to go about that process. And it has felt chaotic. And I've had to go out and explain what's going on, try to explain what's going on. And I have to tell you, it scared me silly to see what was going on, because I knew that businesses were paralyzed and that we could have a mess on our hands. And I certainly communicated through my channels. Art communicated through his channels. In fact, I think in one publication he said, "I have never been more scared in my career." And we were trying to really get into Trump's head. And I know President Trump listens to Art, but he also listens to a lot of other people.
So we'll end it there because it goes deep into Trump stuff. I'm just looking at the top content. Add a listed cafe. Okay, cool. That's fine. The total return for ARK Innovation ETF stock is 40.13 over the past 12 months. So far, it's up 9% this year. The 5th year total return is 3.5, meaning 1,000 invested into ARK stock 5 years ago would be worth. Whoa. Meaning 1,000 invested into ARK 5 years ago would be worth $1,000 today. Total return includes price appreciation plus reinvesting any paid out. Just saying. Oof. And it's got 1.1k likes. Wow. I mean, if that's true, then it goes to say as to why we always say do your own research and then make your own final decision. But as for ETFs, everything that I mentioned there was single stock. I mentioned to you Tesla, a bit of ETH, Solana, a bit of Solana that I have, and some Bitcoin. But I make the money. I work hard for the money, so I want to be in control of my money. I do what I want with my money, and I highly recommend you do the same. So even whenever you watch your influencers, such as Cathie Wood, which you would say, Stephen Bartlett, and all of this, they tell you what they do, which respectfully, they're allowed to tell you what they do. They're not forcing you to do anything, but just like I'm saying and reiterating, do your own research, make your own final decisions, because if they go bad, you'll be forced to point fingers at them or whoever told you this thing, and they'll tell you, I didn't force you to do anything. I didn't put anything to your head and say, do this. No, I didn't. You done that. So therefore, you've got the responsibility. So make sure, you take it upon yourself to really thoroughly do the research. This stuff is very interesting, but I want to hear from you anyways. Have you invested in ARK Invest? What would you do with $1,000? Are you currently struggling? Do you need my help? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, and I'll catch you guys on another one. God bless.